Wow. Holy shit.
Somebody's got to die.
Somebody's dead.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to die. I just got 5 text messages from people going,
Can you hear us
no
now?
audio on the pod. People can hear us now, right? Y'all can hear us?
Well,
Beautiful.
We have
God,
time.
we were
Let's
so...
back up a hair.
Poor Bert.
Let's back up a hair.
Our poor guests are actually on a schedule, but we're going to be about 15 minutes delayed right now. I apologize. We got to restart this thing. Folks, we are here. Since there was no audio, we are here at Puttshack in North Scottsdale in good old... Well, we're in North Scottsdale at Puttshack. That one threw me for a loop, the no audio on the live stream. However, this is the Johnnie Walker Devereux Golf Clubhouse event that is happening. And by the way, you can come out here between 4 to 6 for their event. It is all based around Waste Management Phoenix Open, and we will be talking about a lot of this collaboration together between Johnnie Walker and Devereux. So first off, we've got Johnnie Walker Scotch that Butsy and I were just getting into, by the way. We were really diving in, and it was an absolute blast of a conversation, but nobody could hear us, which is fantastic. Now, the second part is we've got Devereux Golf's collab with Johnnie Walker, which we're going to have Bert on from good old...
Where is Bert?
Good old Bert Brunner. He's going to be... Well, not yet. No, you're fine. We've got about 15 minutes before he's coming on. Poor Butsy's throwing people for a loop.
Sorry.
He almost had this poor girl absolutely running her face off to go find Bert. We're about 15 minutes delayed because of the no audio. But that being said, we're going to talk about their collab. It's a beautiful collab together. And then we've got Johnnie Walker's ambassador, Paul Jones, that's going to be coming on as well. So a lot of Scotch and golf. And don't forget, is Will going to come on? Will Brunner's going to come on.
No
This
way.
is unbelievable.
No way.
This is a rare appearance from
Quintessential Sultan Swat.
We might have both brothers. I can't wait for this. Holy cow. And by the way, folks, little promo read here for the brand. Little Devereux Golf. That's DEVEREUX golf.com. Get yourself 20% off at Pullhook Golf 20 is the promo code.
Yes.
We're wearing it. It's absolutely phenomenal. You should see these people walking around here. They're giving away stuff. You got to come by 4 to 6 p.m. Puttshack in North Scottsdale at the Scottsdale Quarter. This event is unbelievable right now. The other thing that I will mention is the promo code. Once again, Pullhook Golf 20 at checkout for 20% off your entire order at DevereuxGolf.com. Okay, we got to
just give you a little fist
redo
pump
this.
here, like
Holy
just
cow.
in light of the fact that we didn't have audio there for a minute and we almost basically crapped our pants. The way that you picked that up and ran with it, and Jordan, I'm sure I can't see his face right now, probably for good reason. You just tuck on back in there. What a great job. Really, honestly, took it, picked it back up, and now we're good to go.
Ooh, we're back. We're so back.
Oh God.
We're so back.
Well done.
You got to love when you set up live at a remote location. Sometimes these things come up. These things happen. Delays happen. I mean, shit, I got here about an hour and a half beforehand setting up with Jordan. And we missed something. So there you have it. I take full responsibility.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
We're finally dialed in, though. And the second part to this is we got to talk a little bit about Scotch and golf, okay? So Butsy and I, we're going to have to reshare our stories. Butsy, when did you start drinking Scotch?
Now it's good. Like I said, when I became of drinking age, it wasn't my go-to. Good Scotch is very expensive, but I was at a private club playing some golf, and an older member, we had a cigar and some Scotch. And that...
Lovely.
I wasn't in love with either one of those things, and I went home in love with both. So, yeah.
And what did he tell you? He goes, you had to try what type of Scotch?
It was Johnnie Walker.
Oh, Johnnie Walker.
You ever had Johnnie Walker?
And the blue, I mean, if you're at a private club, you're drinking the blue, folks.
Yes.
You're drinking the blue.
Yep. So that smoky aroma entered my palate, and yeah, it is absolutely a go-to to this day.
And I got to tell you what
we got right here.
My story, and it's absolutely brilliant. The ice cubes, by the way, I know you couldn't hear in the beginning, but the ice cubes are actually golf balls.
You could not hear in the beginning.
Unbelievable. You couldn't hear. Absolute silence as Butsy and I, with our animated faces and all our hand gestures, we're going absolutely bonkers over here.
Yeah.
My story's a little different. I wish it was at a private club, drinking some fancy Scotch, having myself a cigar, but I was in my mid-20s when I found Scotch, and Scotch is my absolute favorite. I wasn't even drinking whiskey at the time either. So I had a buddy who's like, Matt, he was a whiskey drinker. He goes, I got to get you into drinking some scotch. And at Costco, they had this pack of 3 bottles of Johnnie Walker. It was the trio. You had the red, the black, and the blue. And so there were tasting notes that went along with it. And he goes, we're going to do this together, because he didn't drink scotch either. And he's like, we're going to go through the tasting notes and we're going to see if we like scotch. My God, by the end of that, I mean, and if you just smell, you're like, oh, that's good. Okay, yeah. And you start looking at the notes, you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Did it
then
strengthen your bond?
Then you
your
take
friendship?
a sip. It really did. I mean, Adam, shout out to you, buddy, because you know who you are. And by the way, by the time I got to the Johnnie Walker Blue, I was like, this is the best thing I've ever had in my life. And sure enough, drink responsibly, folks. Be of age, 21 years or older. And certainly that was an experience I will never forget, because now I am a lifelong Johnnie Walker Blue Scotch drinker. I absolutely love it.
And we're back.
Now, how well do Scotch and golf go together, Putsy? Because, I mean, it's hand in hand.
It's smooth.
It's like your left hand talking to your right hand.
No, 100%. It's smooth. It is they pair very nicely together. A lot of people drink beer. A lot of people drink seltzers when they're out on the golf course. And Scotch might not be a traditional go-to. I think we're changing that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it really is. I mean, you can have a great time on the golf course with some scotch.
You just can't be cheap.
Yeah, you can't.
Can't be cheap.
You really got to throw it out there, just like tipping the boys at the end of the round. You got to tip. Now, as we're talking about this, I've got some pull hooks. Did you know about Scotch and golf? And first off, did you know Johnnie Walker's roots in golf tie back to the first British Open in 1860, where
This is actually crazy.
one of the Open's greatest champions, James Braid's 2 sons, worked for John Walker and Sons, which was the name of the brand at the time. 1860, folks. We're talking about 1860.
160.
Not like 1960.
No.
1860. And today, Johnnie Walker is the official Scotch whiskey of the Waste Management Phoenix Open, deepening the brand's connection to the sport. Wow, there you go. How you feel about that?
That's just
Doesn't
so
make you
good.
proud.
Yeah, it does. And I had no idea of the historical significance, but the fact that it's tied together. And what did we say? It was John Walker and Sons.
John Walker and
Yeah.
Sons back then.
Yeah.
Fantastic
So,
stuff.
Really cool that there's a history there.
Now, second part to this is, did you know? In 1926, Johnnie Walker introduced its hole-in-one program, which was offering a bottle to any player who had a verified shot. Nearly 100 years later, the brand introduced the Johnnie Walker Clubhouse, designed to excite the next generation of golfers and celebrate a progressive new era of the sport, which has become more inclusive, vibrant, and straight up more fun. Obviously, Devereux Golf is a part of that.
Very cool.
Yeah. And our last fun fact here about Scotch and golf. The Johnnie Walker's Clubhouse, by the way, did you know, is also a hospitality suite that engages next-gen Scotch drinkers and golfers with elevated experiences at major golf tournaments across the country.
Allah.
And did I mention that we are here at Puttshack in North Scottsdale at the Scottsdale Quarter, where this is Johnnie Walker and Devereux Golf's good old clubhouse going on here. 4 to 6, by the way, folks. Come on over. Get yourself some good gear and booze.
And how cool is this place?
Unreal.
Really
Absolutely
is.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And by the way, folks, drink responsibly, 21 years or older. Thank you. Now, we are going to get into a beautiful collaboration here, which is Devereux Golf and Johnnie Walker, okay? And if we could have Will and Bert just come on up and join us.
Woo!
Bert, you over here?
Come on down. Come here.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Your
Very
mic is
nice.
working.
Great.
I don't know if your
here.
headphones are working, but your mic is.
There we are.
You can try to hop in here. Can you hear us?
Nope.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
Can't hear
What's
anything.
happening?
Brother's got a
Management
hug.
week.
You might be able to just take the headphones off. You can
Yeah,
hear us, right?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, cool.
I feel
Yeah.
like a pilot.
Yeah, you're like the coolest one out of the group. The one thing that I will say,
Wow.
let's all scooch over, okay? All scooch over. We're bringing
in there.
Please don't break. Be
come
strong,
on
young
over.
chair.
Come on over. This is
Oh, there we go. I'll see myself.
get over, but
trying,
good
man.
Lord.
This is not easy for me.
Do.
Jesus.
Do. Got some great music going.
Oh, shit.
All right,
You
boys.
smell delicious, by the way.
You both do. The brothers are bringing it. Bert and Will Bronner are here from Devereux Golf.
Hey, you?
And,
Oh, it's good.
here we go, folks. So we got to talk about this origin story of how this collaboration and partnership with Johnnie Walker got started. I'm going to leave it up to either one of you. Which one wants to jump in with the origin story here? How did it all come about?
How did you birth this?
Yeah.
Oh man,
We wanna know.
This is something I guess Johnnie Walker's seen of our brand. You know, our brand is set out to kind of go after the status quo of golf, and Johnnie Walker reached out to us looking for a partner that goes after kind of the traditions of golf, everything that it's set up to be, and looking for a partner that is a little more young and influencing the new upbringing of golf. And they reached out to us last year, I think in April. We did our first collection drop June of 2024 for the Charles Schwab, which is Fort Worth, Texas, Colonial. Shout out to Texas. That's
Good
where
old
we're from.
Colonial.
Yeah, Texas boys here born, raised. So yeah, man, we've been on this partnership with them. This is our second drop, the Johnnie Walker Keep Walking collection.
Yeah.
Here at the Waste Management Open, which is now home. This is going to be a kick-ass week, man. As you guys know. So I think we're starting off hot with the blue and one, just leaning into it. But this is
It's like a hole in one in your mouth every time you take a sip.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, dude, this is.
I'm just here to drink
I have
Scotch.
heard.
I'm just here to drink Scotch.
I have heard that you do not make appearances.
I don't
so
make
this
appearances.
This is
No.
a special,
I don't.
special moment.
He just like-
I feel like you
be
did
there.
it for us.
Kind
I
of
just.
keep in my office, you know, and just kind of chilling there, kind of
scenes.
like a groundhog, you know.
Oh, that's fantastic. I absolutely love that. Now, guys, you're working with such an iconic brand with the Johnnie Walker Golf Collection. I mean, how do you get a vision for this to be like, hey, you know, we're working with such an iconic brand. How are we going to keep up style-wise with such a cool Scotch whiskey?
It's actually a pretty cool collaboration because Johnnie Walker is so rooted in tradition, you know, and we have the youthfulness of, you know, a golf brand. And it was, you know, something that really doesn't come naturally and come easy because they are kind of two brands that are different.
Yeah.
But just being able to merge them and put a playful twist on it, it's been just, it's exceeded our expectations. It's been a really cool collaboration we've done with them.
Yeah, I like it from the standpoint of tradition, what Johnnie Walker is. I mean, you think about where golf came from, where it's birthed. It's Scotland, right?
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
place where Scotch is. So there is that. You have that in both those worlds. So golf and Scotch already have this partnership and marriage together. I mean, I'm pretty sure you invented golf just to have a reason to drink more during the day.
I didn't invent it, Bert. I hate to break it to
I
you.
think you're right.
Didn't
Tom
invent
was
it.
just wanting to drink more. He
Yes.
just wanted more reasons to drink, right?
That's exactly right.
And Scotch is what those guys were drinking. But it's a great collection because, like my brother said, we are just a youthful brand. We are on that kind of that mission to change the face of golf a little bit. But, you know, going back into bringing Scotch to the forefront, you know, this traditional drink, it's been really exciting to merge those two worlds.
That's awesome.
Super cool.
And by the way, the collection, folks, you got to go on to DevereuxGolf.com. Make sure to utilize Pull Hook Golf 20 and checkout and get yourself. You got to check out the collaboration because it's so clean, but it's so dope at the same time. Like there's that cool twist to it.
Yeah, the collection is pretty nice. We you know, really blended a lot of the heritage, the Scottish heritage that Johnnie Walker portrays. You know, we dive down into their archives, and their archives are just amazing. They've been around forever, so they just have a plethora of information that you can pull from, and just having that at our disposal, you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome.
I was just looking at in preparation for all of this, the logo from Johnnie Walker that has like shifted over time a little bit.
Yeah.
And man,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as soon as you said, I went into the archives, I was like, oh, there's a lot of pages there about Johnnie Walker history.
Yeah, their archives go pretty deep.
Which we were hitting on a little bit with the
1860.
did you know in
Yeah.
the 1860 the golf side of it was introduced. Unbelievable stuff. Now, as we talk about this collaboration as well, you guys have a current collaboration called Keep Walking. Talk to us a little bit about that, which is this one is timed up with the Waste Management Phoenix Open.
Yes, yeah. Keep Walking collection is what we just released today. So that's a special collection for us. When we dropped our first collection was with Johnnie Walker Golf Club. That went over really well. And then we got to spend more time with the Johnnie Walker folks and kind of figure out, you know, what we really wanted from both sides, you know, both parties. And Keep Walking was what came to mind. It's Johnnie Walker's tagline, of course, so that plays nice in our hand. But also what felt good for our brand was the tradition of walking on the golf course, kind of getting back to the basics, getting back to the roots, and that's where all this is established, right? With Scotch, with the birth of golf, and just getting back to the walking, and the classics of that. So we wanted to blend the heritage and the Scottish tartans and these things that you see in Johnny's heritage overall, and bring it together for a more modern look and feel on the golf course. So we have like mesh shorts with the tartan print. We have the pullover my brother's wearing. It looks nice.
Very
so
cool.
Athletic, but also very like classic looking. So it's a nice blend.
Can we get a little on the back? Can we do a little?
Dude, you got.
There we go.
I told Bert
Very
this
nice.
when Bert came on a couple weeks ago with our TGL watch party for the very first TGL episode. I'm like, man, it is so tough coming into your guys' place because I want everything. I'm just like, oh, can I get that?
Yeah.
Can I grab that? Can I grab that? Oh, that's really cool. And I'm like, shit, you guys, you're really making me have like a problem here.
Hey, that's a good problem for us. We'll take that. So we don't get a second problem here. But yeah.
Exactly. Now, with Johnnie Walker, with what you guys are doing, I mean, was there ever a time during the entire thing where you were like, man, we really got to dial in these colors from Johnnie Walker? You know, they've got their iconic hues and so forth. I mean, was there any thought around that kind of getting into the collection?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm a big brand nerd. I love brands. I love studying brands. I love to see like their brand books, which is their colors, their fonts, everything that you see out, billboards, anything that's posted. There's science to that. And Johnnie Walker has an incredible brand book, which it's not what you would think when you first think about Johnnie Walker. You think of like Scotch, you think of like woods and dark, deeper tones, but theirs is more vibrant, which was really cool to kind of overlay on the golf course, is bring in these primary colors that are bold with the yellows, the really blue tints, the deeper greens. So that was really exciting for us to get to play with a nice color palette and just kind of shift all that for the golf course and place that.
Cool.
Love that. Now, as we do talk about the Devereux Golf Keep Walking collection, you guys have a specific blue that's on there, and it kind of matches up with the Johnnie Walker Blue Scotch. And I believe that is, if I'm wrong
Intentional.
here, it's now the blue and one is the whole slogan.
Blue and one.
Blue and one. Yeah, that's the drink. That's what we have right now.
it's
It's Johnnie Walker
delicious.
Blue, classic. It's kind of my first introduction into, the higher end scotches. It's great.
What do you think about it?
I just keep drinking it.
That's
I
my
don't know
problem
why.
too.
Yeah, it tastes so good. that
Drink
you just,
responsibly,
like,
folks. Be
yeah,
over the
you
age
just
of
keep going.
21.
It just gets better.
It does.
Yeah.
It does get better.
Progressively.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good, man.
And just the aroma too. You can just sit there and smell it.
Smoky.
They need to make a candle.
Oh,
smells like Johnnie
my
Walker Blue.
Lord. I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
That's a very
Johnnie
good
Walker
idea.
people, you hearing this? We need a candle.
We need a Johnnie
that
Walker
smells like
candle.
Johnnie Walker Blue.
Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
Have that little peatiness in it. It'd be perfect.
My royalty is 37 cents, by the way, for every candle sold. So
Now, Will, you're a big candle guy, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge candle guy.
I thought so.
You have like 3 in your office.
He's big candle guy.
My office smells. I don't like candles.
Will's never going to make
It's
a
not
public
common,
appearance
but,
again.
you know,
I just like fire.
guy likes candles. Yeah.
I mean, is there anything cooler, though, than a Scotch smelling like candle?
No.
It's going to smell like a campfire in your office. That'd be great.
Yeah, it would. It'd be awesome. Get a couple of them going. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. My brain's just sitting here spinning right now, thinking
No,
about how we're going to do that.
I love it.
Guys, what do we expect in the future from your collaboration with Johnnie Walker? What do you think?
There's more. So I think we're just scratching the surface with this. We're introducing Johnnie Walker back into the golf course. Johnnie Walker was a player on the PGA Tour back in the day. They used to sponsor a lot of events, and they had a hiatus, but they're bringing it back. They're coming back with vengeance, and they're coming back in the new look of golf. And so we're the brand there to help sponsor them, promote, and activate. And there is more down the pipeline. We have a lot of golf tournaments. Golf is on such an upswing, as we know.
Yeah.
Like it or not, it is. And so the activations, the collaborations, the product placement is going to be more and more. So I think people will just start better liking Johnnie Walker Scotch, man, for the golf course.
Yeah.
Toad, you better get on it. You better get yourself a nice flask out there. Not
That's what
saying
I'm
you
saying.
should take it
We're
on the
almost
course,
going
but
back to the roots, right? Like, bring Scotch back into golf. It sounds like that's how it started.
guys, maybe a little idea here. Maybe we can get a Devereux Golf Johnnie Walker flask for the golf course?
I think so. I think we need. Wait, just get a bottle. We'll just carry a bottle. How about that?
Just carry a bottle.
That'll be part of our essential collection.
Yes, there we go. The
bottle?
The essential. No, the flask.
Okay.
The bottle just arrived.
The bottle with the straw, and then you'll have the flask on the side.
Absolutely.
Save the Tortugas, by the way. Don't use plastic straws, okay?
Yeah, never.
We don't have turtles in Arizona.
No, we don't.
I mean, we do, but
Desert tortoise.
yeah, they're different.
They're very different.
Hey,
Guys, anything else you want to chime in before we kind of move this along? I mean, I don't want to kick you guys out. I love you guys.
There is one point that I do love about the Johnnie Walker partnership is when they first approached us, we're like Scotch and golf. Like, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like drinking Scotch and golf is cool, but I mean, you're gonna get messed up, right? If we're just taking shots or sipping on the course, you're gonna get drunk. That's cool, love that. But their team did an excellent job of putting together cocktails that are great for the golf course, that are refreshing. They have the Keep Walking 18. That's my personal favorite one.
Could be blended without going straight.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's a
You
really
gotta
good
sip it.
drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My favorite's the Johnny Lemonade.
Johnny
I have
Palmer,
not
Johnny
tried
Palmer,
that.
yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the
luckily,
best.
next up, we've got the guy who makes these, okay?
Yeah, they're excellent.
Mr. Johnnie Walker ambassador himself, Paul Jones, is next, everybody. So, Will, I greatly appreciate
He just kicked you guys out.
It's
This
my
is
one
the
and
best.
only cameo. Made an appearance.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
And cheers, by the way, boys.
I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't do it more often.
you
Holy cow, you were a
other things
legend.
going on.
Great on the mic. I mean,
guys.
I was expecting
Thank
you
you
to sit
guys.
here and just stutter the whole time, and you didn't do none of that. That was great.
Wow.
Thank you guys.
You guys are awesome. We love
What
you.
number is this?
Real quick, I think we got a refill out there in left field.
Oh, left field fill up. Okay, let's go ahead
Bring it
and
in the refi.
Oh wow, how much? You got it. You got a
Epitome of
couple.
service.
We just got to get.
You are the.
Oh wow.
Thanks, bro.
Wait, there's only one? I'm working. I'm still good.
Look at the mixer.
Oh my
outta here.
Lord. Butsy, creep on over into the center, my friend.
Here, let me
And,
mobilize a little bit here.
You might need to move back just a little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah.
or otherwise the camera, Paul, is going to think you're a little bit bigger than you are. Just skirt back over here. Here we go. Got our audio engineer. He'll get us all set up.
Closer to the mic.
Yeah. Whew.
Paul,
Paul, how are you?
man?
I'm doing just fine.
How's the day?
The day is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan, I don't know. I can't really hear him too well. Okay, there we go.
How about now?
Yeah, okay. No, I can't hear a thing. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. Let's see what Jordan can do. All right, go ahead and keep talking.
Keep talking about keep walking. I gotta say.
Jordan, I can't hear him.
Yeah. How about
I
now?
got him.
How about now? You hear me now?
I got
Oh, yeah,
you.
I can hear you now.
Check, check.
Holy
There we go.
cow.
There it is.
Just got him
Man.
dialed in.
There it is.
Whew, holy
Good.
Toledos. So, folks, we've got with us Mr. Paul Jones. Now, perfect. He is the Johnnie Walker ambassador for Southern California and a true master of craft cocktails. Paul has built a reputation as a bar chef, known for pushing the boundaries of mixology and cutting-edge culinary techniques like sous vide. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not an expert there with words. Let me tell you.
French.
Is that the water bag?
That's
Is
a
that-
water bag.
It's the infused cocktails.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
And centrifuge.
Centrifuge. Yeah.
Local ingredients. I'm proud of myself on that one. That
doing
was
it.
close. From working alongside LA's top bartenders to leading whiskey dinners and launching concept bars, his passion for spirits and locally sourced flavors has made him a standout in the industry, obviously as a Johnnie Walker ambassador now. Most recently, he was the beverage director at Decker Kitchen in Westlake Village, which, if anybody knows Westlake Village, that's a fancy place, where he curated and acclaimed a cocktail program focused on unique spirits and farm-fresh ingredients. Now an ambassador once again for Johnnie Walker. He's bringing expertise and creativity to the whole new level. Welcome, Paul. Holy shit, that was a mouthful.
Thank you kindly, y'all. I appreciate
great.
it.
You got quite a background.
Yeah.
I do my best.
You're kind of a big deal.
I just try and stay busy.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, tell us, how did you get involved with Johnnie Walker brand?
You know, it's just like anything really, really good in life. It just happened to me in happenstance. I've always been one to just say,
yes to really fun and new experiences.
Sure.
And I was working one day at my bar, and somebody came in and said, "Would you want to interview for the Johnnie Walker position?" I was like, "Absolutely. What other chance am I just going to say that I interviewed?"
Yeah.
And then time passed, and 3 years later, here we are, and I'm doing literally my dream job every day.
That's
is
pretty
amazing.
sick.
That is
That's
so
pretty
awesome,
sick.
dude.
I mean, what a better brand to be a part of, huh? Holy cow.
Unbelievable.
We just figured out in our Did You Know section with Scotch and Golf that 1860 it goes back to. I think it goes even further than that.
It goes even further than that, yeah. 1820 is actually when John Walker kind of started this whole thing. Small little grocery store, and he was a real guy. And
He was.
Real guy, real family that started this whole thing, brought it up from zero to where we are today. It's crazy.
That's so cool.
unbelievable.
That
Yeah.
is
That's
so
awesome.
cool.
And then just a small little caveat, John and his son were huge fans of, like, first off gardening, but second off golf.
Okay.
And Alexander Walker was one of the premier, like, sponsors for actually one of the first sponsored golf tournaments that ever happened.
No kidding.
Precluding the British Open, which is really, really
What?
cool. Oh, yeah. We're
Blown
all-
away.
Oh,
Blown
yeah.
away. Knowledge that I just did not have stashed back in this
It's in the
brain.
bloodline.
Yeah.
Special.
It's part of the deal.
Special.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's really cool.
Now, saying that, these cocktails. Let's talk about some cocktails, okay? And working with Johnnie Walker, what was your process to creating these cocktails? Because you got some pretty standout scotches here that kind of stand on their own. But, like, what went into that
And
process?
that's what I was going to say. It's how do you top it by itself?
Oh man! Well, Johnnie Walker Black Label, I use the 4 key flavor profiles:
Okay.
sweet, smoky, spicy, and smooth. And those things just rock with all the things that we're working with here. I'm a big golfer. I
Yeah.
came from golf, so just being here today on a golf podcast, going to golf tournaments, just just drives me nuts. Here
Is that
actually,
the deal
What
right
are
there?
these?
This is the deal right here. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna start off with
Is that mint on there?
that's a little mint, a little fresh, herbaceous vibes.
okay.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll start
It's
off.
pretty, too.
It
Start-
is.
Keep Walking 18. This one was inspired by just what you would like. You guys have clearly golfed plenty of public courses. All this, but you look at that back bar, and you just see all those ingredients. How can you make something delicious out of what's there? And that was just the inspiration here. I mean, you got a little bit of lime. You got Johnnie Walker. Everybody's got ginger beer there.
Oh,
And
there's some ginger beer in there, too?
ginger beer, little
Ooh.
Angostura bitters. Add that spicy to it.
Yeah.
Something that you could just crush on a really hot day.
I was going to say, it kind of
Yeah.
screams like back nine, Arizona.
Oh
Like-
yeah.
It's vibes.
It vibes. It's delicious, and I love it.
I mean,
Yeah.
hook me up. That would be fantastic stuff on the golf course.
We got 2 of them right
I
there.
know. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the other one here. So the other one, I'm looking at my notes here. I can't quite find the name for the other one. Why don't you share it with us?
Absolutely, it's the Johnnie Lemonade. So
Oh, the Johnnie Lemonade. There we go.
this one is inspired off of one of the best things about working with Devereux, working with Johnnie, being a part of this whole thing is that the Devereux, clearly they're very fine-tuned into history.
Yeah.
Just with their design and everything like that, and that ties back to this cocktail right here. You know, we have iced tea, we have lemonade, things that we're thinking about. One of the greats, Golden Bear himself, Arnold Palmer. He's
Oh, absolutely.
he's a big inspiration. He's something that's I think of every time that I'm on the golf course. Figured, what better way to drink Johnnie Walker than with a little iced tea lemonade on top, and it's definitely something to enjoy.
It's a drink for a gentleman.
It seems
Good
like it's
old
a
Arnie
nice way to
Palmer, yeah.
cut it up, if you will, too.
Yeah.
Like, so we're not just drinking it straight, because that could get out of hand pretty quick on the golf course, right? Like
Oh yeah.
this, we cut it up a little.
yeah, let's
It
swap
speaks
out.
to it.
Well, the Scotch. That's why they made those bottles in the size and shape that they are. 1.5 ounces per hole gets you through.
Was that
Yeah.
kind
Is
of
that
that's
it?
real?
Okay.
It's a story. I'm not going to stand by, but the math adds up, which is shocking. The math adds up.
That's awesome. Now, you're also, involved with the Johnnie Walker Clubhouse program,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Or did you create it?
I was involved.
Okay.
I wasn't one of the heads, but I was just really very excited to just, again, bringing golf
Yeah.
into Scotch. I've been golfing since I was a wee lad, and just any way that I can bring other people into it and get people excited about it. fantastic.
That's awesome.
rad.
I'm going to have to try those at some point. I'm not going to steal yours. It's fine. I will grab
two of them
those
there,
when
Maddie.
we're going around and everything because I just want to take a sip because I'm big, and I don't know how you came up with it, but the blue in one, fantastic mix here of just Johnnie Walker Blue. It's great stuff. I mean, that's where people are going to think that I'm just like brown nose in here. Absolutely
No,
not.
not at all.
Johnnie Walker Blue has been my favorite Scotch of all time, and that's why I love that we're here right now. I love that we're doing this because you could just feed me Johnnie Walker Blue, and I will be a happy man for the rest of my life. I am absolutely loving that, but I am curious to try the Johnnie and Lemonade and also the Keep Walking 18 because obviously you're one hell of a mixologist over there.
I do my darndest, but love to get you guys out on the course. And
Yeah.
if you're playing with me,
Absolutely.
I'm sure you heard of brown birdies.
Oh, hey now.
I do blue bogeys, man. So everybody gets to enjoy a little
Drinking on
blue label on the
bogeys.
bogey. Oh yeah.
This could get out of hand
Yeah,
quickly.
I mean, my God.
Yeah.
Folks, drink responsibly over the age of 21, please. Thank you.
Brown bogeys.
Oh, yeah. That's fantastic stuff. Anything else you kind of want to leave us with? I mean, that's all
Yeah.
I got in terms of the show notes.
Yeah.
No, just excited to be here. Excited for the Devereux partnership.
When are we getting out and playing? I guess that's the next question.
Well, what are you guys doing next month, man? Let's get
We're
this
in.
out
Let's
of here.
get
We're
this-
in.
let's
set it
get
up.
this done.
Absolutely.
I'll
What do you
be
think
here.
of Puttshack?
I
Love Puttshack.
Isn't this
Isn't
place
this
cool? I've
great?
never been here before.
Oh yeah.
A
Pretty
lot
cool.
of colors. A lot of
Pretty cool
colors.
spot.
If you got ADD, it's tough to focus.
It is way fancier than I thought it would be walking into like a putting, venue. This is unbelievable.
What a freaking cool place. And
It
by the
is.
way, folks, you can come out here between 4 to 6. It's almost 4 o'clock now, and it just turns into an absolute crazy, awesome, fun, entertaining, bright colors, a lot of putters and balls, and a lot of good stuff going
And
on
balls.
here at Puttshack, and more balls, colored balls if you really want to get exact.
Colored balls.
And not only that, but they got golf balls sized of good old ice cubes. So that being said, come on out. I know we're gonna have quite a few out here. We're gonna.
Yeah, we got a.
I've already got a
a
list of PGA Tour caddies that are coming out to this event. They were like, I had one on last night. He's like, I am absolutely going to be at the Johnnie
yeah.
Walker party. We've got also some betting companies are going to be coming out. I don't know. Maybe they're going to set up some odds out here on the mini golf course. We don't know.
It's gonna get crazy.
Could be a lot of fun coming up, and I can't wait to experience all of that. How about
I'm
you,
excited.
Butsy?
Yeah.
I mean, Butsy's just saying, you had a smile on ever since you arrived. You're
I've
like,
had a
this,
fantastic day.
this is cool.
Okay. Yeah, like what else is there to say? And cheers to you.
Yeah,
sir.
cheers.
By
Good
the
sir.
As we say in Scotland, Slanchiva.
Savachi.
What are they- wait, what is it?
Slanchiva.
Oh,
Slanchiva?
Slanchiva.
To good health.
Slanchi.
Okay.
good health.
Slanchiva.
Yeah.
Yeah, tap that on the table and
Get yourself a sip there.
let me mix this up.
Keep walking.
Dude, and there's a golf club mixer. I know you guys said that before, but until I got to see this thing, I had no idea how cool it was. I'm like a kid in a playground right now, just absolutely loving
Same.
everything.
I'm trying
except,
not to show it. I'm not
folks,
doing a good job.
once
It's coming
again,
out.
and I say that with all respect to drink responsibly, 21 years and older Johnnie Walker. Okay. We're going to wrap it up right there. And folks, Johnnie Walker, once again, we're here at Puttshack, North Scottsdale at the Scottsdale Quarter. We also have Devereux Golf. And if you want to get 20% off your entire order at Devereux Golf, make sure to take advantage of Pull Hook Golf 20 at checkout. And you spell Devereux. A lot of people are messed up by this name. They're like, how do I spell this Devereux
Threes.
thing? Threes, folks. That's all you got to remember. Devereux golf.com. It's very simple when you add some alliteration to it, I feel like. I don't
Great
know if
word.
alliteration is the correct word for
Great
that,
word.
but
It was a good word.
we're doing it. Okay.
Anyhow,
Yeah. Anybody else want to come on?
thanks, brother.
Hey, thank you guys.
Appreciate you,
I
man.
gotta say, love Travis Scott golf shoes.
Ah, thank you, man.
Looking clean.
Well, and these are the ones that I ruined last year
I
at the
didn't have
Waste
time.
Management in the mud.
Yeah.
So I wore these in the mud last year, and then I cleaned them up, and then they've gotten beat up. But I love beating up good, cool shoes or
Means
sneakers.
You're using them, man.
Yeah, I don't like the guys that just stash them in their place and like put them up on the wall, and they're like, it's art. I was like, okay, all
Big
right.
fan. Big fan. Love seeing them getting to good
Yeah,
use.
appreciate that.
Hey, you can't keep those toes in a cage all the time. You know what I mean?
But he's got
I came
sandals
straight
on.
from the golf
He's
course.
got-
I had a pass here.
he's
Okay,
got
guys.
sandals
Give me
on.
a break.
I hear you.
Doing my best.
Butsy, what are you most excited about for the rest of the day?
We're gonna roll some putts, and obviously, goes without saying, Johnnie Walker.
Some of the Johnnie Walker.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say as well is that we do have some microphones that we're going to be going around.
Oh, very good. Like
And-
interview style.
Listen, I don't
go bother
know
some
what.
people.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm really
Wonderful.
thinking
I'm really
like
good at that.
we might harass some people with the camera on them
a harsh
in
word.
putt. Harass?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be fun.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Shake them up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. Little, how we doing?
There's a friendly competition out there. Lowest score gets some, from what I heard, some Devereux gear.
That's what,
You know?
that's the word on the street.
Some one-off stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna
Let's
go
rock
on
and
low.
roll.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Happier than a pig eating you know what. Here we go, folks. Let's absolutely get after it. And folks, we're signing. Okay, hit the music. Hit the outro music. Here we go. A-Town down. We are out here at Scottsdale Corner. Devereux Golf and Johnnie Walker, folks. Come on out. 4 to 6 p.m. That's in about 10 minutes. Get out here. Let's have some fun.
Great job, Jay.
Woo.
Sweet Jay.
Thank you guys.
Way to recover, except the fact is you haven't hit the end stream yet.